Hi everybody, and welcome to this short video introducing you to some of the new features for your new recruiter and jobs interface. It's myself, Hannah, and the wonderful Matthias from the LinkedIn Nordics customer success team here to demonstrate some of the key features for you today. So let's jump straight in and start by looking at some of these features in action. So we're going to start on your recruiter homepage. And from here, you'll see that this is where you can access your projects, your jobs, any campaigns that you have, and also all of your reporting. This is also where you can use the search bar to start a new search, maybe to look for a specific person or find a project that's existing within Recruiter. In the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see there's also some icons here. We have the envelope icon, which is where you're going to find any of your messages or maybe requests for feedback. The bell icon is going to notify you to anything that you need to, follow up on or anything that needs your attention. We have the question mark icon here, which is where you'll go to access any additional help, training, or learning resources. And we also have your profile picture on the far right-hand corner. So this is where you'll go to maybe switch contracts if you have multiple, or if you want to head back into linkedin.com or simply sign out. So by default, as you'll see here, your homepage now displays recent projects. So select recent jobs to change the homepage view to your most recent job posts. You can also easily manage profile feedback here, which is something that we're going to look at in more detail a little bit later on. So the very first time that you enter into Recruiter, your homepage is going to be blank. And I suppose this is going to prompt you to create a new project. Once you've created or viewed one or more projects, you will see a snapshot of recent project activity on the homepage, as you can see here, so our recent projects view. And this is where you can quickly resume work on any recent project and pin your favorite projects to the top of the list. I suppose one of the main things with this is that projects are now kind of front row and center when it comes to new recruiter and jobs, okay? And there's many reasons behind this and why we're making this change. But one of the keys to success with this workflow is saving all of the work that you do in Recruiter to a project. For those of you who might be new to Recruiter or maybe haven't used it in the past, a project is an organizational space where you can search for candidates and save all of your work for a specific job requisition or pipeline talent in one central location. You can easily pick up your search where you last left off or start a new search from here as well. You can post and manage applicants from within the same project. You can track the statuses of candidates moving through your recruiting process. And from a collaboration point of view, you can also share projects with team members. So let's have a little look at how to create a new project. So you can create a project simply by clicking on the Create New button under the Projects tab. For the very first time, you'll have to create this from scratch, but for future project creation, simply place your cursor over the Projects menu and Create New. Since I've already got a few projects listed here, let's take a look at how to create a project from the Projects menu and automatically run an initial search for this role. So start by entering in a project name, a project description, that's going to help you when it comes to managing this role, particularly if you will be sharing it across contracts, across other people on the dashboard. Next, then maybe pop in the job title, the location. You're also going to want to specify seniority level and the company that you're hiring for. Okay, so we're going to be posting on behalf of LinkedIn today in this demo interface. So LinkedIn is going to make suggestions for you as you begin typing in some of the fields. A best practice is to select one of the suggested options for improved candidate recommendations. On the right side of the screen, you'll see that there are key insights available for you in relation to the role that you're posting, such as maybe number of professionals with this title, how many of them are based in your desired location, and also how many of them actually meet your requirements. So what we're going to do from here is actually set the project visibility. So there's a few options that you have here. Private means that only the members of this project can access it. Public means that anyone on your recruiter dashboard can access the project. If you'd like to post a job on LinkedIn for this role, click Add a Job Post and enter in the job details. Recruiter automatically runs an initial search when you create your project. So let's click Create Project and see what happens from here. So bear with us. It's loading and finding all these relevant candidates for us. There's quite a large number of search results, if I do remember, that match the relevant criteria, which also comes into play sometimes. But bear with us, we're still working on a demo dashboard experience here. Okay, and here we are, yeah, over 5,000 results. So it's a big one, it's a chunky one, to be fair. So as you'll see here, once your project is created, Recruiter automatically runs an initial search within the Talent Pool tab of your project. And this is based specifically on the criteria that you have entered. And I suppose this is the beauty of starting your workflow in Recruiter with creating a project. So here you can see the basic job title search Recruiter ran across the entire LinkedIn network based on the information that you entered when you created the project. So the initial search has returned a large number of results, hence the slight delay in loading for us today. You can then use filters. So this is where you gain control back of the search itself, and you can use filters to refine and narrow your search results. Or in the case that maybe you didn't have too many results come back, this is where you can also apply filters to expand those search results. So notice that Recruiter provides intelligent recommendations for each filter based on what you've entered so far. And as you adjust your search, Recruiter will kind of adapt and refine these suggestions to be more relevant for the specific role that you're looking to fill. So to add search criteria, click the plus sign and simply type in the additional criteria that you're looking to add. And equally then, to remove something or remove some criteria, just place your cursor over that option and click the X. So let's have a little look then at some more refinement options. So if we click into the advanced search button at the bottom left of the filter rail, this is where we're going to be able to access the complete list of advanced search filters. Here you can see the list of all of the available filters, so similar to the old experience. Notice here as well, when we click on any of these filters and apply any of them, the results update in real time. When you add advanced search filters, Recruiter is also going to remember this, okay? And it's going to add them to the left rail of refinement filters if they're ones that you frequently use on a regular basis, okay? So the next time in this example that I run this search, it's going to remember the advanced filter I've applied and it will show for me on the left-hand side. To help, I suppose, better focus where you're spending your time when it comes to your initial outreach with candidates, we also have the Spotlights filter, okay? This is slightly different to where it used to be on the old interface. So if we scroll up here, you'll see it's on the left-hand side and it's on the very top of that filter rail for us today. So this is basically a way of helping us to focus on warm leads, people who are more likely to respond to our emails based on various ways that they've engaged with you or your company, or if they've signaled that they're open to hearing about new opportunities. Okay, so in this example here, we've run the search, we've played around with some of the filters to make it more relevant for the candidate pool that we're looking for. And now we want to actually kind of organize our work. So Recruiter offers many tools for managing and organizing your work within your project. So use the one-click save and hide options as you review candidates and decide who you want to follow up with. Then add tags and notes to those candidates you're interested in as you engage with them and you track them through the recruiting process. If you need to step away or add more candidates from your search later, you can easily pick up where you last left off within your project. So when you search in Recruiter, you will get full access to complete profile details, regardless of your connection to that person. Here you can see a snapshot of this information. Once you've narrowed your search within your project, take a look at a few profiles to validate that your search is actually returning for you the criteria and the skills that you require for the role. As you find individuals that meet the criteria for the role you're sourcing, you can use the one-click Save button to quickly add them to your pipeline for you to follow up further. Something else which is great about this new interface is that profiles that aren't a good match for you can be hidden from your search results. So basically, this is helping you to better focus your attention on relevant candidates. So to hide a profile, simply click on the Hide button, and the profile will be hidden from you within the context of this project only. Hidden profiles will still appear in future searches outside of this project, okay? To view profiles that you've hidden, click on Hidden from Results, and this is where they'll all live for you and be able for you to search through them going forward. So from here then, we're going to have a little look at the Pipeline tab. So pipeline for me is kind of similar to what projects used to be, in the sense that talent pool is your active search that lives within projects, and pipeline then consists of the candidates that you identified as meeting your search criteria, candidates that you're interested in following up with and actioning. So click any of the stages to see where candidates are within the recruiting process, or to view all candidates within your pipeline. It's a really quick and easy way of seeing what the health of your pipeline is like, maybe having a look to see whether candidates have been reviewed, and just getting a general high-level overview of activity that has taken place on their profiles. You can move profiles to a new status from here. You can send an email message. You can share a profile for review. Let Matthias catch up with me here. So you can share a profile for review by another team member. You can save to another project as well. You can also add a note. You can archive, and you can also save to PDF. Awesome. So from here then, we're going to take a look at the third tab, which is project settings. So here, this is basically where you can go to edit the project details and to manage all of those different settings available. So you can decide who has access to your project in the project members section. And if you shared your project with anyone during the project creation process, you'll see those kind of individuals listed here as well. Okay, so now that we've kind of identified talent, there we go, project members. So easy to see, easy to find as well, just to give us that high level overview. So this is where you would go if you wanted to invite an additional member to access this project. So as you can see, hiring is easier with the team. And as I kind of discussed at the very beginning of this session as well, one of the main things that we're aiming to achieve through New Recruiter and Jobs is make sure that collaboration is first and foremost when it comes to your recruitment efforts. So for the sake of argument, let's just say we've identified all of the candidates that we're interested in when it comes to this role, and we want to begin sort of engaging with the talent. So we're going to want to start sending out emails. So obviously, for those of you who have been working with Recruiter, you're familiar. For those of you maybe not, InMail is basically a way of enabling you to send direct messages to prospects without any contact information available. So you will get a set number of InMail credits allocated per seat per month. Something to note on this point as well is that InMail messages are a shared resource of Recruiter, and they're shared across the entire team. There's also a 90-day rollover of unused InMail messages. So you can send one InMail to multiple recipients. You can include attachments. You can create templates as well. And yeah, you can share them with your team. So messages to your first degree connections and open link members are free. And we do recommend that when you reach out to prospects, you do so from within your project. So this is just an example of an InMail template that Matthias is sending out now to someone in his search results. Okay, so if we pop back into another email, there's just another couple of things I'd love to highlight here, Matthias. And that is creating the template. So we're going to pop in just a generic sort of subject line, write in what it is exactly that we're looking to capture in that template, probably something that we can leverage across the entire team. And then from there, we're going to click on Save Template. Here, this is where we can specify the name of that template for the sake of today's webinar, and also who this template is visible to. So if it's just for myself or if it's something I want to share with everybody on the team. And again, this is just helping you guys be more efficient and collaborate a little bit better as a team. From there, then, I suppose, once we message candidates on Recruiter, candidates are going to be moved throughout the different stages, from uncontacted to contacted, etc., within the pipeline tab. And bear with us here till this loads. So hopefully, yes, exactly. So Regan has been moved along the pipeline and he's now falling under contacted. So very clear, very easy to see movement within the pipeline. Okay, so that's one of the massive advantages of sending in mail from within your project. Something else to be aware of then that you can do is actually take some kind of action on profiles themselves. So select a profile within the project. From here, then you can actually add statuses or you can add a note and have a little look at any of the additional content that's available for you on the profile team. So this is one of my personal favorite things with the new Recruiter and Jobs interface. It's the ability to tag people within your notes. Okay, so again, this is just, I guess it's how we work nowadays through other various forms of social media, but tagging is something that we're so used to doing on a daily basis. It's just calling out and making sure there's additional attention brought to this note. So that person is going to be notified when a tag has been added within that note. You can use your tags, I suppose, to indicate special skills that the candidate has but might not be listed on their profiles. So this is tags as opposed to tagging, just to clarify there. You can also search for tags. You can use these to kind of track additional information about the candidate. And ultimately, it's the aim of using tags is to kind of help you and your team from duplicating your efforts or maybe from kind of unintentionally sourcing the same person for different roles. Okay, so, and this is your messaging history. So again, this is just going to give you a very clear overview of any interactions that yourself or anyone on the team has had with this candidate. Again, avoiding duplication of efforts. It's going to show any projects that this candidate has been associated with or considered for as well. So it's a full kind of 360 view over that candidate, any action that's been taken, any interviews, any feedback. If there were any additional attachments to interview notes or documents, they would be also here for you to have. So it's a one-stop shop for all of the information that you need for those candidates. So that is ultimately it when it comes to your overall interface. What I want to show you now is just when you sign back into Recruiter the next time, just to show you the project that you created will be displayed here. So it's going to fall for you under recent projects. And then from here, click back in and you can simply continue working on it as you were before. So that is the main features when it comes to your new Recruiter and Jobs overview. There's one piece that I think we forgot to look at that I would also call out before we wrap up today's video, which is the slide in tabs on candidate profile views. So if we click back into a random profile, if this project works for us, so we're going to go into chance. We'll take a chance on chance and see what happens. And then from here, if you see the top right-hand corner, you can simply toggle then between candidates that are within this project. So for me as an ex-recruiter, this is a game changer. I remember having a million different tabs open at any given time and trying to hop between them, hop back to my search results page and not lose where I was. So this is one of the features of the new interface that I'm really excited about. So just to highlight that today as well. So that's it from myself and Matthias. Thank you all so much for watching. And any questions, just reach out to us or your relationship managers. Thank you and see you soon.